Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, January 17, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Brooklyn Nets vs Cleveland Cavaliers. Durant was hurt with 5:44 left in the second quarter when New Orleans forward Herbert Jones was driving down the court and crashed into Nets backup guard Bruce Brown, who fell backward into Durant's knee. Durant briefly limped around the court before asking to be taken out of the game. He finished with 12 points and was walking with a limp when he left the arena midway through the fourth quarter. He will have an MRI today, and the team should have an update on his status later in the week. He will miss this game against Cleveland. This one is going to be an interesting clash as the Nets are trying to catch the Bulls for the top spot in the Eastern Conference standings. Brooklyn is going to have to try and work around missing Durant and his explosive contributions, not to mention Irving's part-time status when it comes to production. Cleveland is one of the league's elite defensive teams, and they are getting production from a variety of players, even without Sexton and Rubio's contributions. We've seen Brooklyn struggle when Harden and/or Durant is missing from the mix. Our first betting pick will be Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers come into this one ranked 19th in the league in scoring offense, as they put up an average of 107.5 points per game this season. Cleveland is 12th in rebounding as they grab 45.3 boards per contest and stand 8th in assists by handing out 25.5 dimes a contest this year. The Cavaliers are second in the league in scoring defense as they allow an average of 102.4 points per game this season. Colin Sexton is third on the team with 16 points per game this season. Darius Garland, 19.7 points, 7.8 assists, C.D. Osman, 11.1 points, and Ricky Rubio, 12.6 points, 6.6 assists, are solid offensive options. Kevin Love, 14 points, 7.2 rebounds, Isaac Okoro, Rajon Rondo, Evan Mobley, 15 points, 8 rebounds, Lauri Markkanen, 13.3 points, 5.3 rebounds, and Jarrett Allen, 16.6 points, 11 rebounds, are other contributors in the Cavaliers' rotation. Cleveland is 8th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 46.5% from the floor as a team on the year. The Cavaliers are 16th by knocking down an average of 12 three-pointers a night, while they are 15th by connecting on 35% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Sexton is expected to miss the rest of the season with a torn meniscus in his knee that he sustained November 7 against the Knicks. Ricky Rubio is also out with a torn ACL, ending his season. Rondo, hamstring, missed Saturday's game, so keep an eye out for any updates on his status. Our second betting pick will be under the total. Quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Chicago Bulls vs Memphis Grizzlies. The Chicago Bulls will enter this game with several key players in jeopardy of missing the contest. Alex Caruso, Lonzo Ball, and Zach LaVine are all listed as questionable heading into the game. If the team is without LaVine, they will look to rely on DeMar DeRozan averaging 25.7 points per game. So far, DeRozan is hitting 50% of his 2-point field goal attempts. This one should be tough for Chicago, who have dropped 3 straight and 4 of their last 5 games coming into this contest. Missing LaVine is going to be a major blow for the Bulls, who need his production to help take pressure off DeRozan and Vucevic on the offensive end of the floor. Memphis saw their 10-game win streak snapped, but they have played very good basketball this season, pushing into the upper tier of the Western Conference with Golden State, Phoenix and Utah. Our first betting pick will be Memphis Grizzlies. On the season, the Grizzlies are 5th in the league in scoring offense as they average 111.4 points per game this season. Memphis is 1st in the league in rebounding with 48.1 boards a night, while the team is 9th by dishing out an average of 25.1 assists a night. The Grizzlies are improving somewhat defensively as they are 15th in the league by allowing an average of 107.6 points per contest. Ja Morant leads the team as he averages 24.4 points, plus 6.8 assists a night. Desmond Bane puts up 17.5 points a game, while Jaren Jackson Jr. chips in 16.2 points and 5.7 boards a night. DeAnthony Melton, 9.5 points, and Steven Adams, 7 points, 9.3 rebounds, also are solid contributors on the offensive end of the floor this season. The Grizzlies also count on Kyle Anderson, Dillon Brooks, 18.4 points, Sam Merrill, Brandon Clark, Zaire Williams, John Concher and Xavier Tillman Sr. to contribute. Memphis stands 17th in field goal percentage as they connect on 45.4% of their attempts from the floor on the season. The Grizzlies splash an average of 11.5 three-pointers a night, putting them 22nd in that category. Memphis is 20th in three-point field goal percentage as they knock down 34.4% of their attempts from beyond the arc this season. Brooks' ankle is expected to be out until mid to late February, while Leaves' Pons, ankle, and Tilly protocols were both out Friday, so monitor their statuses for this one. Our second betting pick will be over the total. Indiana Pacers vs Los Angeles Clippers. The Pacers have had an ugly stretch, losing 6 of their last 7 games. Sabonis has also struggled in the scoring department over their last 3 games, where he's averaging just 13.6 ppg. In their lone win over the 7-game stretch against Utah, Sabonis went off for 42 points on 18-22 shooting. He will need to be dominant in this matchup with the Clippers that will give him the opportunity to do it with a limited lineup. Both of these teams have struggled with injuries recently that have helped contribute to the losses piling up. Although the Clippers have not been impressive recently, neither have the Pacers. With Los Angeles having the home court advantage, Indiana is unbackable for me in this position as they are a horrendous road team. Both teams have not played well recently on the offensive end, but the Clippers have still stayed solid on the defensive end. Los Angeles has also won its last 2 home games, which were against Denver and Atlanta. This Clippers team is truly a shell of themselves with all the major injuries. Not that Luke Kennard is an enormous difference maker, but with him out on top of Leonard and George, it leaves the Clippers with an extremely limited roster offensively. Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris Sr. are combining for an average of 32.1 ppg, which is solid for role players, but with their increased roles, it just has not been enough. The Clippers are just 3-5 in 2022 and are on the cusp of yet another losing streak after losing to the Pelicans and Spurs in their last 2 games. Our first betting pick will be Los Angeles Clippers money line. The Clippers are 27th in the NBA, averaging 104.1 ppg, 23rd shooting 44.4% from the floor, and 13th making 35.4% of their threes. The defense is 8th, holding opponents to 105.4 ppg. They are 2nd, holding opponents to 32.5% three-point shooting and 7th, limiting teams to 44% shooting from the field. Paul George's health going forward is a concern surrounding the Clippers, although he was initially only supposed to miss 3 to 4 weeks. Indiana's assists leader and 2nd leading scorer, Malcolm Brogdon, 18.5 ppg, 5.9 assists, 5.2 rebounds, has a sore Achilles tendon and is questionable for Monday, along with Jeremy Lamb, 6.9 ppg. Miles Turner, 12.9 ppg, 7.1 rebounds, TJ McConnell, 8.4 ppg, 4.8 assists, and TJ Warren will not be able to play against the Clippers for sure. The team's top player Domantas Sabonis is healthy. Sabonis averages 18.9 ppg and a team-leading 11.9 rebounds and 1.0 steals. After dropping 3 games in a row and their last 2 games at home, the Will Pacers now hit the road to face the Clippers. Indiana is 3-16 straight up in road games, which is the 2nd worst road record in the NBA behind the Detroit Pistons. The Clippers are currently 8th in the Western Conference, but have lost 11 of their last 16 games. The team knew they had a challenging path before this season started due to Kawhi Leonard not being expected to be available for the entire regular season. Now Paul George has been out since December 22 as well, with a torn ulnar collateral ligament in his right elbow. Our second betting pick will be under the total. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.